Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 16 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Sorry I haven't been around these last couple of days. I basically wanted to take a few days off from playing Pokemon as a whole, just because I wanted to focus on some other things, but we are back. Gonna do my best to get some daily content up these next few days. Still sticking with the same team, but we will be switching to a brand new team pretty soon, so if you have any recommendations, definitely let me know in the comments below. Anyway, let's just get started with today's episode. You'll see here I did reset my rating as well because I wasn't playing too well on Battle Spot, and as you've seen in the last couple of episodes, wasn't getting too lucky either. So obviously, it's not like my luck will really change from me resetting the rating, but it's just something that I do sometimes to kind of refresh my mindset and start with a clean slate. So we are just over the 1600s right now. Gonna try to make that push into the 1700s and then switch to a new team. So yeah, pretty excited, and let's see what we have to offer. Do have a couple of tournaments coming up in real life as well, so I think I have a Premier Challenge this weekend, maybe next weekend, and then SoCal Regionals and potentially Oregon Regionals as well. So a bunch of events, really hoping to lock up my day one Worlds invite by the end of this month so I can focus a little bit more on content creation, and then of course the goal is to do really well at Nationals and eventually Worlds. But yeah, let's see what this first game has in store for us. As always, if you enjoy Road to Rank, please show your support by leaving a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't checked out the last couple of episodes, especially the very last one, which featured a Mega Abomasnow, I highly recommend that. It's a pretty crazy episode with lots of cool stuff. But we're going to find Charlie from Mexico with a rating of 1684 to finally kick off this episode. Charlie rocking two legendaries that we saw pretty often, Groudon and Palkia, paired with Kangaskhan, Landorus, Talonflame, and Cresselia. So, actually, 5 of the 6 same Pokemon I had on my previous team with Talonflame over Amoonguss. And I do like that on my opponent's side. Let's see. This is not a very fun matchup, actually. I mean, especially because he's probably going to have the Mental Orb on Cresselia. So I might have to take advantage of my Amoonguss. What do you lead here for my opponent? I think Mawile is going to be a better Mega Evolution choice, just because of the fact that he can't one-hit KO me with like a Spatial Rend or an Ice Beam. I'm kind of trying to think, like, what would I lead if I were against my team? I'd lead Cresselia, so I can kind of capitalize off that. I could try to double target knockout. Maybe I'll go Mawile Xerneas right from the get-go with Kyogre and Amoonguss in the back. I like that. Pressure him with huge amounts of offense immediately. If he brings out... I guess he could go Crest Groudon, which would be a pretty scary lead, because then he doesn't even have to protect Groudon. And actually, if I were him, I might consider going for that. I could switch out into my Kyogre, but then he could skill swap. However, the thing is, I could double up into Cresselia to deny Trick Room, and then... he can't, I get the free switching into Kyogre should he pick up a knockout on either of my Pokemon. Most likely the Mawile. But it's actually going to be Kangaskhan Groudon here, so no Cresselia lead, which is okay. Do get the Intimidate off if he's Max Speed Kangaskhan, which I ran when I used this team, or 5 of the 6 same Pokemon. Then he can outspeed Xerneas as well, so I'd say this is a pretty decent lead matchup for my opponent. The main question is whether he's carrying Water Spout, or excuse me, whether he's a physical or special type of Groudon. I was just thinking of like Eruption and then Water Spout because I obviously run Kyogre. But the Groudon here, if he has Precipice Blades, that might cause some issues here. Now this first turn, what do I want to do this first turn? If he has Power Up Punch on Kangaskhan, that's also another huge concern, because a great play he could make is Power Up Punching his own Groudon this first turn, which is a pretty low risk move, I would say. I'm really hoping he's Special Groudon. If he's Special Groudon, then my chances of winning this one are significantly higher. I think this first turn, though, you might just fake out Xerneas. Go for a ground type attack onto Mawile, maybe. You could also just double edge Xerneas. Man, the fact that's a possibility concerns me. I want to double switch here. Alright, I'm running out of time. I'm going to go for it. This is a little bit risky, so I don't like this play too much, but it does give me significantly better positioning as long as he doesn't make... I guess if he Precipice Blades here, though, I'm in a lot of trouble, so I don't think that might have been worth it. Maybe it would have been better to just protect, and we'll see. We'll see. Like, I think if I were to run Groudon now, I'd use Precipice Blades over Earth Power. But that's just me. Because the physical damage is just absurd relative to Earth Power. Earth Power is nice for the Mirror Groudon matchup, but that's it. Alright, let's see what Charlie does here. Big turn here, because he could completely swing the momentum into my favor, but he could also just outright, not win the game, but put himself into a tremendous position. We do see the fake out, so no double edge coming out at least. Onto Kyogre, okay, Intimidated, still does some decent damage. Let's see what Groudon does. He does have Precipice Blades. Amoonguss actually avoids it, so I get a little bit lucky there. But Groudon, Kyogre here is still going to take a buttload of damage. However, this does give me the opportunity to Spore Kangaskhan and protect my Kyogre. So I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of the play I just made, because he's probably going to switch Groudon out here. Yeah. I think the play actually would have been to switch my Kyogre out into Xerneas in anticipation of his switch, and go from there. Yeah, the Groudon switch out was obvious, but I don't want Kangaskhan fainting or Kyogre fainting just yet. Yeah, but he brings in Palkia, so this is good because I can kind of Spore around everything right now. And he can't get Trick Room up either. So let's see. Okay, Protect, he goes for the double edge. Good play into Amoonguss. Intimidated though, so still does a lot of damage. I was gonna say Intimidated though doesn't do too much damage, but that was obviously it was damage. But I do get the Spore off onto Kangaskhan at least, and he does take Recoil, so I think Origin Pulse might knock him out now. We'll see. I still have to play very smartly in order to win this one, but it's not undoable. The fact he has Precipice Blades means it makes it so much harder though. If he had Earth Power, Xerneas could actually deal with the Groudon, but that's exactly why you should run Precipice Blades even on this kind of team. So now the question is, does Kangaskhan switch out? I'm definitely Sporing Palkia. I think I might just Origin Pulse here. I'm going to go for it. If he switches out, that's fine. Okay, he did pull the switch out. That was so obvious though. That's why I thought he might have wanted to bait a turn. So, So Origin Pulse obviously fails there. He's going to just go for the Spatial Rend onto Amoonguss. So I think I should be able to put him to sleep here too, because that shouldn't knock me out unless he crits me. Okay, no, good. But now he can just Precipice Blades. Actually, this isn't so bad, I guess, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out into Xerneas. He's not going to knock me out. He's going to Precipice Blades, hopefully knock out my Amoonguss, and if he does, then I Spore him. Then I get the free switch into Kyogre, and then I can finally go from there. So even though I'm obviously significantly down right now, the Spore is really what's coming through, because he hasn't been able to knock out Amoonguss quite yet. He could have Eruption here too, I guess, which would probably be the better play, but Xerneas can take that. No, he just Precipice Blades. He does connect both Pokemon here. So Xerneas is going to take a lot of damage, but I'm fine with this. Crits Amoonguss, that doesn't matter much. Because now, like I mentioned, I finally get the positioning I wanted this game. I wonder if he has Talonflame. If he has Cresselia as his last Pokemon, I still am in a decent position here, even though I've basically done no damage this game. So, crazily enough, I'm still in a alright position, but, you know, still got ways to go here. Okay, so I'm definitely going for the Origin Pulse with Kyogre. If I miss, though, I might just lose, which sucks. But Water Spout's not going to pick up the knockout at this point. Now the question is, do I want to risk him waking up and Trick Rooming? Or do I want to just go for a Moonblast / Dazzling Gleam? Oh, decisions. If I Geomancy, it helps with the special. I don't want to risk it. I really don't. I'm going to Moonblast Water. Yeah. He withdraws Groudon, though, which is a great play. Into Kangaskhan, maybe? Okay. I'm okay with that. I assume he's staying in with Palkia. Yeah, so I'm guessing he went for the Trick Room play here. I think Moonblast plus Water Spout should knock him out. Yeah, or Origin Pulse, I should say. So I could pick up a double knockout here, which obviously brings the game back into my favor. But now he can just Precipice Blades, which is not good. It comes down to what his last Pokemon is, actually, I think. Actually, no, if it's Cress... Ah, this is tricky. This is very tricky. It is Cress. But the thing is, now he can Trick Room because I don't have a Moongus on the field. So what you do is you definitely just Trick Room Precipice Blades here. So how do I stop that? So the thing is, I could Ice Beam, Moonblast Groudon, and hope to put it in Sucker Punch KO range. And once it's in that range, then Mawile wins the 1v1 versus Cresselia. There's no other option really, because if I switch Kyogre out into Mawile, I just get knocked out. The Weather War doesn't really mean much here. I guess he could also protect Trick Room. That is an option. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a safe play for Charlie to make, right? So, if he makes that play, I just lose, but maybe I can hope for him to mispredict and just get a little bit greedy and go for Precipice Blades. Oh, he did it! Okay, well, so let's see. I don't know how much whether Moonblast plus Ice Beam will put him. Oh, I think Sucker Punch might actually be able to put it in knockout range. Wow, this is huge. Alright, let's see. So there's Moonblast. Decreases special attack doesn't mean much. Oh, it's gonna be close. He goes for Fire Punch, though. Huh. Why? Predicting Mawile? Okay. The thing is, Sucker Punch still might not knock him out. That's the main issue. Okay, Trick Room. Fire Punch, Precipice Blades. Maybe Rock Slide. Wow, this is a really excellent game, though. I'm very pleased with both sides, really. So here's the thing. Now he might not even knock Xerneas out with the Precipice Blades. If he has Gravity, though, and Sucker Punch doesn't knock Groudon out, it's basically contingent off that. So I'm going for the Sucker Punch on a Groudon. I am max attack, I believe. But Groudon's bulky, too. Sucker Punch. Could Geomancy. I kind of actually like that option. I mean, I think it comes down to whether he knocks me out. Sucker Punch. No, I'm going to go for the attack here. Yeah. In case he misses or something crazy happens. Because Crest can't do anything right now. And if he protects Groudon, he's just wasting a turn of his own Trick Room. Alright, here we go. Okay, he protected. That's fine. What? So Geomancy would have been the better play there, I guess. Oh, maybe he's gonna go for Psychic? Oh, he's gonna steal huge power away, you dog, you dirty dog. Oh, that I should have considered. That was so obvious, too. But he does give me Levitate, so now he has to Fire Punch me. That's also interesting. Okay, we've seen Skill Swap, we've seen Trick Room. I mean, if he has Helping Hand here, you can Helping Hand, like... Oh, you can Helping Hand Fire Punch. Or Helping Hand Precipice Blades. I'm gonna Sucker Punch once again. I think I'm just gonna... No, I'm gonna Moonblast Groudon. Yeah. Let's see what he goes for here. I'm giving up one of my two Pokemon, basically. That was a great play. That was so obvious. Not obvious, but like, that's the play I would have made in that position, I would say. Sucker Punch isn't gonna knock him out, obviously. He does Skill Swap. Okay, nice, nice. Giving Groudon the huge power. This is scary, guys. What's he going for? Fire Punch? Onto Mawile, but Moonblast knocks out the Groudon, it should. So now it's a 1v1, I think, Crest and Xerneas. Well, let's see if Moonblast knocks him out here. Oh my gosh, what a game. Excellent. Trying to pull my charger here, because my DS is dying. Wouldn't want it to die out right now in this excellent game. Now it's a 1v1. So, now, I go for the Protect. To make sure he doesn't get a free attack off before Trick Room expires. Then I Geomancy. If he has Psyshock, then he can still win this one. He's gonna Skill Swap there. I mean, it's a good play. Oh, is that not the last turn of Trick Room? I guess I counted that wrong. But I'm Geomancy here. He's got Ice Beam too, and he can't freeze me because Desolate Land is up. Oh, I think I've got this one, guys. Oh my gosh. Let's see. He didn't take my ability either. I might just knock him out with Boom Blast next turn, but even if I don't, I think I still got this. What a crazy game. I did get a little bit lucky, I believe, because he did miss the Precipice Blades once on Nomungus, but when you use Precipice Blades that often, you know, kind of hard to hit all of them. Here's the Moonblast on the Crest. Ice Beam can't freeze Xerneas because the sun is up. You can Trick Room, that doesn't mean much. Get a special attack drop here as well. He does have Citrus Berry, so not the Taunt variant, or not the Mentor variant that I was running. He does Trick Room here, but I think it's too late. If he crits Ice Beam, he can still win. He could Timer Stall me here, so I'm not going to let him do that. So I'm just going to Moonblast. I'm not going to Protect. Because it comes down to whether he crits Ice Beam, basically. No! Come on! Come on! Oh my gosh. I said this on Twitter the other day. I swear to God, BattleSpot's trying to get me to quit Pokemon. And oh, okay. Well, oh my gosh. Guys, I'm switching to another game. I can't play this game anymore. Good game, Charlie. I'm just sad. I thought I played that pretty well, especially since I was behind so much. We're gonna find blue for our second opponent, rocking a standard team, but that was heartbreaking. If that were a real life tournament match, man, I'm telling you, I would have been so sad. Since it's just BattleSpot, like, it doesn't mean much, but I don't know. I can see why people say don't like this format very much. I mean, that's one way to go out. Good game though, man. He played really well. I think he made all the moves he had to, and you obviously have to go for the crit there at the end of the game. But alright, next game. Let's try to win this one. Salamence, Kangaskhan, Xerneas, Smeargle, Talonflame, Groudon. Basically the most common 6 Pokemon in the format right now. Typically I go with Mawile against these teams, but it's always super risky. I think when I play against these teams, the most common lead is like Smeargle and Xerneas. So how can I stop that? Crobat Xerneas. However, that's really relying on him going with those two. I don't mind Crobat Xerneas here though. And I'll go Kyogre. Oh, that last game. I think like the last like 4 episodes you guys have all seen like a game deciding like crit or miss or something. Wow. Once you play this game for so long though, you basically like you're just like screw it, I'm used to it. But I'm gonna go with Mawile this time. Give Mawile a try. I've actually never went with these 4 Pokemon like lead and back against this kind of team, so let's see how this game plays out. I'm so sad about that last game though. We pulled the comeback, we were down so much and we did it, but no. Alright. Salamence Talonflame here against Crobat Xerneas, which is okay. It's not ideal. It's not bad either. Let's see. Main issue is Talonflame. I mean, let's think. I have Quick Guard to block all his potential Brave Birds, but he could Flare Blitz Xerneas as well. I mean, I could just Tailwind Protect turn 1, but he could Tailwind with Talonflame as well. Might as well match Tailwinds? Question mark? Exclamation mark? Could also switch out into Mawile. I kind of like that actually. Switch out into Mawile and Dazzling Gleam. Geomancy might have been better. I can't think straight after that last game. I'm so disheartened right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, he stays in and Mega Evolves, which is a good sign. Unless he crits here, and if he does, then I'm just gonna... Okay, there's a Brave Bird. So he did go for the double target. I assume onto Xerneas. Yep, take that. There's a Life Orb recoil. There's the double edge. Should be able to survive this with the Intimidate. Okay. And there's the Dazzling Gleam. Knockout Salamence. Okay, that's a start. That's a start, but I still have taken a lot of damage here, obviously. Guys, I need your comments to cheer me up. I'm so sad. So sad. Yeah, there's Groudon, but hey, this actually is not so bad. Let's think. So, I'm up 3-4 right now. He can't have Kangaskhan. His last one's probably going to be Xerneas. Here's my concern. Here is my concern. He can Tailwind. I want to knock out Talonflame, because if I do knock out Talonflame, then I win the Weather War. But I am going to conserve Mawile because I need it for the Xerneas. I'm going to switch out into Crobat. I'm going to Moonblast the Talonflame. But then if he has Xerneas in the back, he can Geomancy up. I hate the late game Xerneas option. There's the Tailwind, okay. If he went for a fire type attack here, that would be a great play, but I presume he might have gone for a ground type attack. Maybe I should have Geomancy there. Okay, so I am up 4-2 now, but this Groudon's going to get either an Eruption, Earth Power, or Precipice Blades off. Okay, nice. Oh, he Earth Powered Crobat too. Excellent. That's fantastic. In comes Xerneas, but he does have Tailwind up. I mean, he's going to Geomancy here. Without a doubt. Do I want to risk switching into Kyogre? I need my own Tailwind up, I think. Do I? Let's see, his Xerneas Geomancies. He goes for what, an Earth Power? Maybe an Eruption, that's my fear. Alright, I'm pulling the Tailwind, switch out into Kyogre play. Still can't get over the last game. I'm waiting for the day that Worlds is decided by a play like that, like the game deciding crit. Okay, switching to Kyogre. Geomancy is obvious. Maybe Tailwind there wasn't the play. So now he's super fast. Maybe I should have just sacrificed my Xerneas. I messed up, I think. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah, because the Earth Power there was obvious, so what I should have done was sacrifice Xerneas and Tailwind. Because now he can... He Dazzling Gleam here. But I guess your Groudon can't do anything. Your Groudon can't touch Crobat right now. So you can Dazzling Gleam me. Who do I would Super Fang. Super Fang Xerneas and protect Kyogre. Yeah, this is why like the late game Xerneas is so good on teams like this. Like you can just kind of sweep through everything once you get it into the right position. They didn't have a great way of stopping it either, which is why I conserve Mawile, but... Oh, but he makes a great play there, protecting his own Xerneas. Oh, that was such a predictable play, too. But I'm not thinking 100% after that last game. Oh, he went for the double. Okay. A good play. So Super Fang fails here, obviously. What do you do here? Dazzling Gleam / Moonblast. fire type attack, because now you can use a fire type attack. I'll Super Fang Xerneas still. I don't know if Dazzling Gleam... I mean, Dazzling Gleam probably knocks out Kyogre, right? But if it doesn't, then he loses. So Super Fang, Origin Pulse. But he's going to be smart in Moonblast here. Yeah. Yeah, I should have switched out into Xerneas there, I guess. Flamethrower, yep. But no Sun Up, so that's not going to knock me out. Tailwind peters out. So here's the big thing. Now I do Speed Tie with Xerneas, assuming he's max speed. Then I have a turn of Tailwind here. I mean, I think if you're smart, you... Can I win this one? Or have I lost? You protect Xerneas here, you probably attack with Groudon. Which is why I should have conserved my Kyogre. Could Geomancy. Could go for that. Or I could hope he messes up, so could Super Fang Groudon and just Moonblast his Xerneas. Do we want to go all in? I'm going for the Geomancy. Oh, but he didn't protect with Xerneas. Oh, but he won the Speed Tie anyway. So yeah, I mean, I guess the play there to make was hope to win the Speed Tie, Moonblast Xerneas, and then... I guess Groudon still beats my Mawile one-on-one, right? His Tailwind peters out. I could have played that game better. Like, turn 1, I don't think I should have taken that much damage onto my Xerneas, because the Xerneas mirror is kind of a big deal, so what I should have done was Tailwind protected, and the following turn, he's going to protect with his Salamence and Tailwind with Talonflame, so I can trade by going for the Super Fang Moonblast to knock out Talonflame. Then we'll have Tailwind up, he'll have one turn after me. I guess he still brings in Xerneas, but then I can Super Fang. So yeah, that was, I don't know. Like, I really wanted to knock out onto Salamence, but there wasn't really much of a reason for that. Yeah, not much I can do here at this point. Let's see how much Sucker Punch does to Groudon. Oh my gosh. This is also why when you lose a game like the way I did the first game, it's sometimes good to take a break. But for the sake of the episode, I recorded 2 games. But really well played by my opponent there. Sucker Punch actually almost picks up the knockout there. So it shows how much of a difference huge power it makes. As we get a Moonblast and Earth Power here to seal up the deal. Great game to my opponent there. 2 fun games for you guys today, but demoralizing as heck. I'll say that much. But I'm trying to think. Game 1, what I could have done better. Yeah, I think basically not letting Xerneas take that much damage and getting a Geomancy up before his does. But the reason why that core 6 is so good is because you also have an advantage against other Xerneases, because you have Salamence, you have Talonflame for Brave Bird, which is a huge deal, and then you have Smeargle potentially for Follow Me as well. So he didn't end up going with the Smeargle lead, which I expected, and I was trying to capitalize off that, didn't get as much. So that game, very fair loss. First one was pretty heartbreaking, but it is what it is, and that's Pokemon for you. So try to play better in the upcoming days, and that's going to be it for this one, guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like always if you did, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.